skull going. So looks like we're about to go to game 2, and Hani with his monks have already taken the first. So Crispin Allen is the Maverick player that you were talking about, right?
Yeah, I was right about that one.
Knight of the Reliquary and friends.
Yeah. Noble Hierarchs, Mother of Runes, Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic mirror match going on here, so it'll be interesting to see Batter Skulls hitting other Batter Skulls possibly.
Sure. Yeah. Definitely dueling Stoneforges, huh?
Mm-hmm. What's that? Oh, that's it. An early Mother Runes for Crispin here.
Well. Can he kill the mother before it goes active? Not with an island, he can't.
No, we'll probably see a ponder here. Or a pithing needle.
It's like killing it. Assume he named mother. I have Crispin Allen at 9-1, by the way, Jeff. I don't think he's 8-2. I have him at 9-1.
Yeah.
There we go.
More basics out of Crispin's deck.
Yeah, I mean, he joins the tiebreaker scrum if with a loss here, but his breakers, we talked about how Brian Koval had a 4-point lead on the best X2. He has a 16-point lead on Crispin Allen.
Wow.
77 to 57.
Okay. That's quite the spread there.
Yeah, Crispin Allen's not going to back in with a loss. This is winning in.
Yeah. So it's a good thing that Mother of Runes was Pithy Needle there, because the Mother of Runes Thalia engine can be pretty backbreaking, especially with Hani with the Brainstorm kind of stranded in hand right now that he can't perform the trick of brainstorming and cracking a fetch. He'll have to go in with both lands if he wants to cast it. But,
and here's Knight of the Reliquary.
there you go.
Certainly a solid start from the Maverick player.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine anything short of some kind of mana accelerator, be it Noble Hierarch or Greenstone Zenith, that he'd want to see more.
Wouldn't have complained about a Wasteland.
I'm sure we'll see quite a few of them coming from the Knight of the Reliquary.
Fair. I see Council's Judgment in Hani's hand. It's a little slow against Thalia.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure out if he needs to do the 2-mana Brainstorm, crack the fetch first, and 2-mana Brainstorm. I think he's decided yes. He has no sweepers, right?
Not to my knowledge.
His Engineered Explosives could technically sweep things, but not on this board. Oh, he does have 1 Toxic Deluge in the sideboard. That would be insane here.
Yeah. He does have he has a Swords to Plowshares in his hand, so if he wants to take out the Thalia or the Knight this turn, that's a possibility.
This is probably not a 2-mana Brainstorm then. This is probably a 2-mana Plow.
Yeah.
I think I definitely want to Plow. I'm not sure if it's Knight of the Reliquary or Thalia.
Yeah.
But you got to start getting these creatures off the board.
With how constrained on mana he is, I think you go Thalia.
Goes Thalia. The Knight's ability to go get Wastelands, though.
Yeah, that just showed.
Also, so maybe this is untapped Council's Judgment the Knight. Nope.
Nope. Didn't get that 3rd land from the looks of it.
Oh, you think maybe he was drawing for the 3rd land so that he could Council's Judgments the Knight?
Yeah, I didn't really see the 3rd land in his hand, so yeah, I think that's what was going on.
Makes sense.
That Pithing Needle, though, on the Mother of Runes.
Yeah, solid.
Being perfect right away, getting rid of that Thalia. Helping to get rid of that Thalia. Especially, I think I see a 2nd Swords to Plowshares in his hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, let's just take care of Knight now then.
Why not?
No Thalia anymore, though. He didn't need to crack this fetch for swords.
I didn't see any play in his hand that he wants to get tap a black for, so I'm curious.
It's definitely another plow. Is it therapy, maybe?
Could be. I think he's in the blind right now, so I don't know what he'd name. Or, oh.
Yep, plow your Knight of the Reliquary. That seems important.
Game 4.
Yeah, and now suddenly Crispin Allen, who passed with a great board state. Okay, Death Right.
Death Right. That makes a lot more sense
and
then.
Crispin Allen passed with a spectacular board state. Mother of Runes, Thalia, Knight of the Reliquary. Okay, fine. Mother was Pithing Needled, but still, Hani dealt with both of the real creatures and added his own Death Right to the board.
Wow. Yeah, Crispin is just in a pickle right now.
Ball's back in his court. He hasn't. He needs to do something good.
Mm-hmm. Green Sun for 1. Noble Hierarch in this case?
Let that Mother of Runes attack through a Deathrite Shaman. That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the play. Exalted trigger.
I love it. Nothing makes me happier than seeing a Noble Hierarch trigger exalted. Ponder out Hani.
He's got a Council's Judgment in his hand, and I don't know what the other card is.
I don't know either. It kind of looked like an Engineered Explosives. I could be very wrong about that. It's just a wild guess, and there are 2 Engineered Explosives in Hani's sideboard. So.
Three cards for Crispin Allen. This sure looks like a blind cabal therapy.
Mm-hmm. What does he name in this situation?
Versus Maverick? I don't know. So whatever it is, it has to be worse than Green Sun Zenith for 1. Or it has to be 4 mana.
Mm-hmm. And Palace Jailer's 4 mana that I see right off the bat.
Oh, he hit.
And he hit Palace Jailer.
Nice call. Names Palace Jailer and hits. What is he reading?
He's reading Blessed Alliance.
Sure.
Interesting choice from the Eldritch Moon, I believe. It has a few modes. We saw it come into play when we were watching him play against Ryan Glack, and he had to use the Gain 4 Life mode in order to be able to crack a fetch land and use Surgical Extraction because he was at too low life. There you go.
Oh, the Escalate card, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, against Ryan.
Now, do you sack Deathrite to flashback Cabal Therapy here? Or you just let him have a Stoneforge?
I mean,
Blessed Alliance, all right, fine, we'll play around that. But
yeah, that's whatever. The Stoneforge.
I don't know if I'd let him have his Stoneforge here.
I mean, if the card that he has left in his hand is Engineer Explosives, he can easily Engineer Explosives for 2 and not affect anything on his own board. Attack for 2 with Mom. Sword of Fire and Ice.
Doesn't get the Batter Skull. He wants something that he can cast. If he has to. If Stoneforge dies. Wow, and now a plow on Deathrite.
So, it could just be me, and that it's late in the tournament, but I don't see a Batter Skull in his deck.
Really?
Really. I could be completely blind.
2 swords and a Jitte main.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't see
Nothing
one
on the
either.
board.
My apologies.
Yeah, I would expect there would be one. I was just kind of looking. I'm like, why did he pick that one? That would be why.
Yeah, I'm not. I would have flashback Cabal Therapy there. I would have sacrificed. I would have traded my Deathrite for Stoneforge.
That's fair.
It is an engineered explosive. I think you were right about that part.
Okay.
I think. No, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
How long have we been at this today?
Quite some time. The 3-man weave of constantly dipping out, not as rehabilitating as I would like to hope. Still a very long day.
You just say that because the concession stand closed 4 hours ago.
Yeah, probably right before I got out of the booth. Seem to be having bad luck with food this weekend.
I'll stop teasing.
Doesn't like what he sees. Yeah, I'm really still thinking about that Cabal Therapy for the Stoneforge Mystic. I mean, the way that this is playing out now, it looks like it would have been a lot better than to get rid of the Deathrite Shaman now that it got Swords to Plowshares. But
yeah, I mean, Crispin is up a plow in that world, but he doesn't have the 1/2 in play or the sword in his hand.
Yeah. And if he engineered explosives for 1 here, he gets rid of 2 creatures, his own Pithing Needle, which doesn't matter as much.
Right. I don't think I like this. It is going to blow up his Pithing Needle, but it also blows up the Mother.
Yeah.
You know there's not a 1-drop in Crispin's hand because you know it's just the 1 card, right? Oh, no, he had multiple cards.
Yeah.
I guess, but you know both of them. It's Blessed Alliance and Sword.
Exactly.
I'll add it to my list.
And by blowing up the Noble Hierarch, Crispin does not have the mana to both cast and attach the sword to Stoneforge. He doesn't get an attack in. He can get it down and attached, but
then
he can't get an attack in because he had to tap. He has to use the Stoneforge ability.
yeah, and I believe there was a Council's Judgment.
Yes.
And yeah, that
Right.
just
And I think that's part of why Hani didn't feel like he had to pull the trigger on the Cabal Therapy is that he can answer the equipment with Council's Judgment.
there you go.
That said, there's still 1/2. You can still have a Council's Judgment in your hand.
Does choose a sword.
Rising Canopy, redraw.
Another land. So, Windswept Heath and Blessed Alliance in Crispin's hand. Not sure what's in Hani's. Purview. I know one of them.
Ooh, Stoneforge of his own? Did I miss C?
I think I saw Stoneforge as well.
I'd say that falls into the category of does not suck. Jitte is his choice. And a Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah, why not?
Plow off the top for Crispin.
Yeah. Hani's going to be real disappointed when that happens, although I don't know, with what he knows, Crispin having the Blessed Alliance,
Oh,
I
you
don't
totally
know if he
played
commits.
Jitte, attack Jitte, prepared to attack. I don't know if I put it on Deathrite.
So he attacks there, or Swords to Plowshares, the one attacker, trying to play around the Blessed Alliance sacrifice.
Sure.
So, but fortunately that fresh card takes care of the second attacker so that he has to sacrifice the Deathrite.
Sure.
Yeah, that's well done, Crispin.
Fetch land gets Dryad Arbor. Leaving that random 1/2 body around on Crispin's side, it's dealing a relevant amount of damage.
Yeah.
Also, top decking Swords to Plowshares dealt a very relevant, even more relevant amount of damage.
Yes.
Figurative damage.
It completely dismantled Hani's attempts to play around. Oh, Noble Hierarch again. I love it.
Dryad Arbor is like, damn it. I thought I was going to get in there.
Yeah.
Monastery Mentor is a very good Magic card.
Yep. And a follow-up.
Ooh, the Plow. The Monk token.
Now's your chance.
Inna and her mantra in the house.
And it's unbelievable in this game, the draws that both of these players have been
There
getting.
have been some swings. The top decks have been some swings. Crispin needed to draw a real good one there, though.
Yeah.
He's about to get attacked by something wearing a Jitte, unless, what is it? Green Sun Zenith.
Green Suns for 2.
Jeez.
What are we?
That's got to get something.
Yeah. What deals with Monastery Mentor plus Monk
Plus Jitte.
plus Jitte? That seems fine.
Yeah, gets the Jitte. I figured it had to be something to blow up an artifact.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do have an Exalted guy again.
Still a 2/3. Pretty much any spell is good here for Hani. That looks like a spell. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Trigger, trigger, trigger. And draw a card.
Yep. Maybe he'll rebuy into a second spell.
He's got a blue mana, so it's harder, but looks like he may have. Ooh.
Wow.
Cabal Therapy against an opponent with no cards in hand. It's fine.
Yeah. Bigger team and more of a team.
4 triggers.
Yeah, why not? What did he name? This is one of those moments where it's such a correct play. What do you name?
Abandon Hope.
If you're on Magic Online, absolutely.
I think it's appropriate here.
We have it. It's naming Didgeridoo.
Awesome. Love it. Look, you got to watch out for those Minotaurs. What are they talking? What are they arguing about?
I think they're talking about the triggers of the monks and the prowess. Player on the left is named Crispin Allen. Crispin Glover is a notable, famous Crispin, so it's not an unrealistic name.
Is this a conversation about potentially missed triggers, maybe?
I think so. It's tough with
He got the monk. I mean, they're implied until you're asked about power and toughness or deal damage, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, he has the second monk sitting back there.
Right.
Although now it's going off camera, so I don't know what's really unfolding here.
What? He named the card before? I guess that's the argument Crispin has won here. The dude named Didgeridoo before he processed the triggers, therefore Cabal Therapy was resolving, therefore he missed the triggers.
That seems that seems a little iffy.
It's certainly a little rules lawyery.
Yeah.
Because, like, he put the card down, and he reached for the monk. Obviously, he must have said Didgeridoo first. That's the only thing I can imagine to get us. So the monk is not there, and the prowess triggers apparently are not there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Crispin Allen has apparently won that rules conversation. I mean, I guess if he named a card, he took an action that implied Cabal Therapy was resolving, and he had forgotten to put a monk token, or he had not yet put a monk token into play, although to my eye, like when I replay it in my head, I feel like he was putting the monk into play at approximately the same time.
Yeah, he was kind of multitasking. He's just like, Cabal Therapy, naming didgeridoo while I reach for my monk to resolve that trigger.
That's how it felt to me.
Yeah. I mean, round 11 of a tournament, things like that, just intent like that tends to get a little gray.
All right. Meanwhile, just as we were expecting, the Jitte dies. And looks like Crispin top decks a Noble Hierarch, so he still got Exalted. This damage is adding up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hani's down to 4.
Mm-hmm.
He can generate a Prowess trigger by flashing back his Cabal Therapy.
It's true.
And wind up with the same number of monks, in theory.
Yeah.
He's left them on defense here. Jeez.
Crispin just trolling him when he needs them.
Crazy.
Yep, it was a feature match.
Exalted again.
Yeah, it's a 2/3. Those monks can't kill it.
Yeah. I don't think
not without an instant. I mean, but if Hani had an instant, he would have played it as a response to the plow.
Yeah.
Wow. Couple of clutch top decks from Crispin Allen here down the stretch. Is he actually going to win this game? This random 1-2 beatdown?
Apparently. I mean, Crispin's got something here. I don't know what.
Oh, Toxic Deluge. Prowess trigger. His guys go to 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to pay 1 life. So Stoneforge survives as a 1-2. And the monks play defense.
Yeah.
I guess Crispin is on 21, so seems reasonable. Man, that missing third monk feels pretty relevant.
Yeah, it definitely would be a different game right now. Yeah, Hani has to find something. Both of them do. They're really just at a stalemate right now.
One player has 21 life, though.
That's true. The creature stalemate, but the
Jeff,
life
is our clock right?
Gideon, ally of Zendikar, making an appearance. That seems like a pretty powerful spell for Crispin to try to close out the game.
Trying to check to see if time really has run out. 5 minutes.
Hani kind of checking. It looked like he drew a Stoneforge Mystic for the turn.
Interesting.
Seeing what he can still find.
This is game 2, though, right?
Right.
I mean, interestingly, Crispin has to actually win this game, or Hani wins the match 1-0.
Right.
Meanwhile, if Crispin does win this game, he's content with a draw. Like, Crispin, if this game ends in a draw, Crispin Allen makes top 8. Hani Allneimer falls behind the X2s.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, functionally, Crispin Allen's winning in is this game.
Wow.
Like, there's no chance of them finishing a game 3.
No, they won't. They won't have time to start it. If they do, it'll be like 3 turns in, and they're fair creature decks. That's not relevant.
Wasteland.
Take him off of black mana.
The Batterskull's the issue, though. Right, the lifelink from the Batterskull is enough for Hani Allneimer to stay alive here, isn't it?
I think so. Doesn't can't activate this turn, but
Yeah, word from the judge, by the way. It sounds like Honey Allenheimer said Cabal Therapy. Crispin Allen said Resolves. Honey named a card and then reached for the monk.
okay.
I mean, that sounds... The judge's ruling sounds pretty clear, right? He named a card. The opponent, the opponent had time to say Resolves, and Honey named a card. He kind of did miss those triggers at that point.
Yeah, it wasn't a quick Cabal Therapy naming blank kind
while
of play.
reaching. Right.
Yeah, it was pretty cut and dry.
Gideon making an army. Batterskull making only one defender, but it's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that army of ally tokens.
Swords to Plowshares for Hani. Which is an instant speed prowess trigger potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Also can potentially plow his own creatures to gain life if we get to like one key attack.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty
Wow.
relevant line. Whoa.
So that was Batterskull token attacking, block with 1. So Hani gains 4.
That doesn't seem right.
That's what I just saw, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
Hani
that's-
Allenheimer up to 7.
Yeah. I can't believe that's right. I feel like you block with all 3 so that
And
you
kill
play
the
around
token, right?
Yeah. You play around a Swords to Plowshares.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're gang blocking, you want to gang block with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Hani, only on 4 mana, he can't actually pick it up and replay it all on the same turn. Interesting. But, I mean, Crispin Allen loses this fight. He can't. If he just puts a 2-2 in front of it every turn, how is he ever catching up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just another stalemate. Just Hani just gaining 4 life every turn and getting back into the game.
All right, Ponder puts them back on top. These monks are 2-2s for now. Got enough life that he can crack a fetch
It
land.
feels a little better about that now.
Keep the best of the Ponder cards, shuffle the other 2 away. Black mana back in the house. In the dueling top decks, it looked like the Gideon might be enough to push. Okay, now he's double blocking, but now he's going to get blown out by this plow, right? Or is he? That looks like a double block. It's only the token attacking, not the monks? Monks would have turned sideways, right? They don't have vigilance.
No, they don't have vigilance.
But
it's
double
just
block
prowess.
gets blown out by Swords of Plowshares,
Yeah,
or at least
absolutely.
it can be.
Yeah.
Wait, does he have Zealous Persecution in his hand too? I think I see Zealous Persecution in his hand.
Oh, that would
That's
definitely.
exciting.
Yeah, I feel like that's a okay. He goes through Swords to Plowshares on one of them.
Oh, you want that on the turn where you're attacking with the monks, though.
Yeah, but sticking the Batterskull token, Jerome sticks around. He tried. Yeah, he spent 1 turn with the just block with 1.
Wait, what was that? He just put it off screen.
Yeah.
Tapped 1 mana and played something that I can't see. And they are now in extra time. This is, in fact, turn 1. Can't see the turn 1 or the card at the bottom of the screen, but
See turn. But yeah. Kind of has a greenish tint to it. Might be Deathrite Shaman.
don't know. Yeah, that Batterskull is doing some work.
Yeah, it is.
8 life, and it has killed, seen to the death of 3 2/2s.
All right, it is Deathrite.
Hani now attacking with his monks.
He's got to have.
And the Batterskull token. I guess Mother Runes is summoning sick here. What a blowout. Look at him place it on his opponent's side of the board. Let's put this all the way over
Yeah.
here. Some of that is also the judges making sure his cards are visible to the camera.
That's true.
What a blowout. Kill your Mother of Runes. Turn my monks into 2/2s. Shrink your blockers. So basically, all your stuff dies and all my stuff's alive, and you take some damage and I gain some life.
Mm-hmm.
Sound good? Sound good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, they're in extra turns now. And it sure looks like Hani Allneimer. I mean, it looks like he's going to win this game if they have time to finish it. I'm not sure they have enough turns to actually finish it. But Hani doesn't need it. He's up 1-0, so he wins the match if this game never ends.
Yeah.
And I think he wins the match 2-0 if this game does end. Is there something Green Sun can get here that does something?
He's going to brainstorm. There is a second Quasali Pride Mage in Crispin's
But he's
deck.
casting it for 1. I mean, fair enough.
Is it for 1
No,
or for
no,
2?
that's for 2. It's my
Okay.
bad. I missaw.
No worries.
You're right. This is for 2. This is almost certainly the Pride Mage then for the Batter Skull.
Yeah, that just makes sense. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, I guess
It's relevant. I mean, not having that 4/4 vigilant blocker, much less the life linking blocker.
Yeah, pop it right away.
This makes sense. And the monks are tapped, so Hani is briefly down to. Oh wow, he can't even attack. I mean, only one of those monks even was able to attack there, so not going to attack into Stoneforge and Deathrite. No longer an overwhelming game for Hani Allneimer.
No. I mean, making the ally tokens with Gideon could be a way that Crispin gets back into the game if
Right.
was able to keep
If
going.
they had time. Wow, look how small Hani's deck is. It's like 15 cards, maybe 10. If they had time, I'm no longer confident that Hani would win. Maybe Gideon would actually generate enough advantage. That said, they do not have infinite time. I don't know. I've lost track of which extra turn we're on, but it should be just about ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, the extra turn marker is not. You can see everything but the turn. Oh, 2 mana. Engineered Explosives. Oh, sorry, 4 mana for the Engineered Explosives. Down goes Gideon.
Yeah. That deals with that.
Oh, and the Prowess trigger. Those monks are still coming. Avenging their fallen buddy. Yeah?
Yeah.
Crispin Allen says, yeah, we're done.
That's it.
Hani Allneimer wins 1-0. Probably would have won. I don't know. I feel like he's slightly ahead here.
Yeah, at this point in the game, he certainly is.
I don't know. He's only slightly ahead, but doesn't matter. Game not going to end.